So there it is, guys. That is the new artificial intelligence 2-DIN or double DIN if you prefer system we're going to put into our old Nissan Qashqai J10. What do we get in the box? Well, let's open it up and have a little look. So it's actually quite a small unit, really, when you consider it's a double DIN, as you can see just there with the Atoto logo at the bottom. It's smaller than I thought it would be. In here, I'm assuming we are going to get all our connections that we need. I don't believe they sent out the front and rear cameras, because it can come with cameras integrated as well, which will work off the head unit, but I don't think they sent those out. I guess we'll find out in a second, but that is pretty much what you will get in the box. So we'll get that unwrapped and basically see what we got in there, and I'll lay it out onto this lovely new blue mat and we'll see what we get. So essentially that's what we're going to find in the box, guys. As you can see, we have got our antenna over here. Now, I was under the impression that this would have a SIM card slot, so we can basically connect to the internet without having to use Wi-Fi, and then basically you can have 4G on the go for your AI kind of functionality. But I can't see anywhere that you can put the SIM card, so I'll look into that. I'll have to basically download the manual. You can download it from the little quick guide thing over there. There's a load of barcodes and QR codes and stuff. We will do that, and I'll come back in a minute and tell you all about that. But inside the box you will get this SIM card here, which it looks like they actually give you a SIM card, which is different. I'm not sure I would use their SIM card, if I'm honest. Nothing against Atoto at all. It's a Chinese SIM card, I'm assuming. I'm not sure. I'll confirm that in a minute, but it looks like it has a 100 megabyte trial plan. We'll go through that and find out exactly what's going on, but it's a plug and play, pay as you go. So it looks like you can just set this up, see how you like it, maybe use your own SIM card with your own kind of pay as you go plan if you prefer. But they've given you one of those to kind of get you underway, as it were, which I think is kind of cool. This is your side fitting kit. Effectively, that will fit into the side of the stereo, the head unit, as it were, and that will fit and basically bolt it into your aperture on your car. They've given us one very flimsy looking screen protector, which I'm a bit surprised about. I would have liked to have seen a tempered glass screen protector, really. They're not that much more expensive. So, okay. There's your warranty online support card there as well. We'll have a look at that. And your front fascia as well. Once the unit's in to the dash, you can see that. Excuse all the crap in the background, guys. You can plop that on top and that'll tidy everything up. And then it looks like we have two USBs, like an external USB connection here. So effectively you'd plug this end here into the back of the unit, and then you can have a USB there, and it looks like you have two of them. Not quite sure why you'd need two of them, but it's nice to have. Here are your, what I would call, jack connectors here, your phono jack connectors. Again, that will plug into the back of the stereo, and I'm assuming these are for speakers and such like here, because front left, front right, yeah, I would assume that is for your speakers if you have to fit it that way. I'm hoping we can use an ISO connector, which is one of these here. Now, that we do have two, as you can see. Again, that bit there would fit into the back of the unit. That would hopefully connect into your kind of existing harness in your car. You may have to buy one specifically for your car. We got the J10 Nissan Qashqai, of course, so I'm hoping that will fit. If not, they're only about 10 quid off Amazon anyway, so it's not a huge drama. And then we get another ISO connector here with some extra kind of connections here, which I'm not 100% sure. You've got your FM radio by the looks of things, your steering wheel. Okay, this would be for your steering wheel controls, that kind of stuff. And then we get another connector, which would basically be what I would call hardwired. There is your phono jack here, and basically if you don't have an ISO kind of block connector at the back of your car, you will just splice in to all of these here. Really laborious, but it can be done, as you can see. So that's the antenna. As I said, I will work out and cut back in a second exactly where the SIM card goes, but what I'll do is when we just actually get out to the car and we fit this unit, I'm going to connect it and show you all the functionality using Wi-Fi, because we're going to do this at home obviously, so it's easier for us to do it with Wi-Fi, but I will kind of confirm everything using their SIM card into wherever it goes, which I'm assuming will be in here somewhere, but we've got to work that out. First thing I'm going to do then is download the user manual from one of the QR codes in here. Then I'll either pop back in and basically tell you what I found with that, or we'll just cut straight into fitting this into the car. If I've got time, I will show you how to get the front fascia out of the Nissan Qashqai and basically what's behind there, and we will slot this nice unit just there. Hopefully we can, as I said, just slot this straight in using these, which should fit in to the side, kind of like this, or like this, or like this. It depends. I haven't actually had a look yet, but we will do. Obviously, we'll unwrap this. There is the back of the unit as well, if you want a quick look at that. Going back to the ISO, I'm assuming that will fit into there. Oops, that'll fit into there like so. And then hopefully this little bit here will fit into your existing harness. That would make things really simple. As I said, that we may have to buy a dedicated ISO connection block for the Nissan Qashqai. If we do, no big drama. It's only about a tenner. But we'll do it all in this video anyway. So that is it. That's what you get in the box with the Atoto AI doubled-in system. We will, as I said, quickly download that. I'll either cut back in, tell you what I found with that, or we'll go straight out to the car, slot this in, and I'll show you exactly what happens at the back, and we'll turn it on and do some tests, and then obviously we'll close out the video and I'll tell you if it's worth buying and what I think of it overall. So let's get this downloaded, find out what we find out, and continue on. Okay guys, so we are in the Nissan Qashqai. We are going to fit this Atoto X10 in here today. I'm not entirely sure that I've got all the connections I need, but I'm pretty sure I've got enough to be able to turn it on, connect it to our home Wi-Fi, and show you pretty much what it's all about. First thing we're going to have to do, I've kind of preempted it, is we're going to have to take out the old stereo, of course, which can be done incredibly easily. You just get your pry tool here, you pop that out the way. As you can see, we've already done that. Disconnect the cigarette lighter module kind of thing there, pop that out of the way, and then this just pops out exactly the same way. You get your little pry tool, you have to disconnect the hazard light there and then just chuck it on the floor, and that is what you are greeted with there. There are 4 screws to each side, and then you will just literally pop out the old system there. You may want to use these side brackets here to connect it to the Atoto. That would be preferable because obviously that fits in beautifully just in there, but we'll get into that in a second. I'll just pop that out of the way. And here, as you can see, is the Atoto in my hand, the 7-inch version. We are going to pop that in there. I'm going to do that now, connect up what I can connect up, have a little look through, and then I'll cut back in and show you it, hopefully starting up. And there it is, guys. It is in situ, as it were. I'm not massively happy about the way it fits in there, I have to say. I assumed, being that the old system was a 7-inch, this would slot straight in. We do have, as you know from the opening video, the kind of unboxing, a little fascia that goes over here, but I would have liked to have seen this a little bit more flush mounted. You can get a new one of these, basically, for your Nissan Qashqai, which might be the way forward. I'm not sure. I mean, it fits in, it's fine, you know, there's no kind of real drama there. But I don't like the way it protrudes here. That's not ideal for my mind. So I'm going to look into possibly getting a proper fascia, which will maybe come up to this kind of level, and then we can pop the fascia that was supplied with the kit effectively over the top of that. But that is it in situ. We are very loosely in situ, I have to emphasize, but I wanted to show you it in the car compared to the old system, which we've just shown you, and everything kind of almost back into place. Because as I said, we have got some kind of finessing to do, shall we say. So let's get through some of these menus. Effectively, that is your, what I would say, your home button. You just press that. That is where your apps are. I'll try to get rid of that glare back off there in a second, guys. That is your home screen for all your apps. This is your Android interface. As you can see, we have the usual assistant, the Bluetooth, the Chrome, as in Google Chrome, Bluetooth 2, a DVR, or DVR should I say. That is for your cameras, as in your reversing and front cameras if you have those. Drive chat, which I'm assuming is the Chat GPT kind of affair. The graphic equalizer just here, we're just basically going to go across this lot here. Forward camera, I'm assuming that is your files, your Find My Apps, Google. Not quite sure what we've got, Google and Chrome Google, which a bit odd. That is to get into your HDMIs if you've got any connected. Obviously we do not, so we'll go back to the home screen just here. Maps, we should be able to get straight into Google Maps from here, I'm assuming. Sorry about the glare, guys. I'll see if I can do something about that a second. And then of course we have your pictures. I'm not quite sure. I guess you could view your videos and pictures on this system if you were to plug in your SD card, which will fit in there, basically. That is, I mean, to me that looks like a micro SD USB slot there and a SIM slot. One of these is the other. Let's have a look. Mike, that'll be your auxiliary there. That'll be your SIM card. That'll be your micro SD card there. I hope you can see all that there. We have got Talk, which I'm not sure if you know anything about this. It's an application that basically, if you buy, I'm assuming if you buy the OBD2 kind of plug-in to your car, you can put that into the OBD port, and then you can use this app called Talk to find out about P codes, as in error codes on your car if you've got anything like that going on. It kind of negates the whole having to have a scanner, diagnostic scanner for your car. You have it kind of plugged in continuously if you want to, so you can record things on the go. Or if you think you've got a problem, you just pop it in there and you can use this screen then effectively via Bluetooth, I'm assuming, or it kind of goes through the back. I'm not entirely sure exactly how it works, but I know it does work, and I have heard some good stories. But I'm pretty sure you just plug it into the OBD2 port, which you'd have to buy that separately from Atoto, and then you can use the app here to diagnose problems. We will go back. There is a little back button at the top there. We've got video, obviously, which is in conjunction with the pictures, I'm assuming. Web resources, no idea. Widgets, what you can have on your front screen. YouTube and CarPlay. I haven't seen any reference to Android Auto as yet, but we'll, as I said, we'll delve into this and have a little look. This also has something called a Track HU, I do believe it is, whereby it's effectively their own security system, whereby because it's got a GPS system integrated into the system itself, you can have a GPS tracking alert, as it were. So you basically don't have to have a tracker, an independent tracker in your car. This will take over that functionality. Again, I'm not 1,000,000% sure about exactly how that works, but I'm assuming because you've got your SIM card in and because it's got a GPS module behind here for your GPS mapping, etc., you can use that, set it up, and then effectively someone was, unfortunately, to steal your car, you can find out exactly where it is, which will bring your insurance prices down, of course. And it's just another amazing feature to have in a car stereo, which I don't think any other car stereo does right now. So effectively, Atoto are providing you with this incredible head unit with the Android user interface. You've got front and back cameras. You've got an amazing stereo system. You've got your chat GPT. You've also got Bluetooth 2, as you can see just up here, meaning you can connect two phones up via Bluetooth as well. So if you and a passenger need to both use your Bluetooth functionality, you can do. Not quite sure how effective that would be or how useful that would be, but nice to have, of course. But as I said, that Track HU, which they do say is in here, it may be in a deeper menu. I can't find it here. Maybe I should look through the instructions. I am terrible at that, as I'm sure we all are. I wonder if it's in assistance. Probably not. One other thing I forgot to mention is, along with Chat GPT, or effectively their version of that, we've also got Google Assistant up here as well, which is probably going to listen to me now and ask me what I want to do. Where's the nearest?
You'll need to connect to a Wi-Fi network
and
install a SIM card first.
Alrighty, love. Thank you very much. Anyway, it's there, as you can see. Very useful to have, just for day-to-day stuff. Obviously, it's not as good as the Drive Chat, but it's nice to have that as there as a backup. And we'll go back to, let's have a look at what else we can find in here. Drive Chat. Now, that is your Chat GPT there, basically. I'm sure you guys know about Chat GPT. It's effectively what you would use on your computer, but you can use it in the car. So if you're connected up via Bluetooth to the internet, or using your SIM, as it were, or if you've got your SIM card sat right in there and you've got it on data, as it were, using your data, you can effectively go into here. You would scan this QR code, and then that will set up your Chat GPT, as it were, on the Atoto X10. And you can ask it any question you like. Anything that you can use on your computer, i.e. chat-wise, you can use here, which is really, really useful. Again, if we go back to that Talk app that I was talking about, if you were in there, you did a quick scan and it came up with an error code of some description, you could simply go into your chat assistant here and say, right, what is P bloody bloody blah as an error code? And it'll come back and say P bloody bloody blah is bloody bloody blah. And then you'd know instantly what was wrong and how to fix it, which I think is brilliant. Now, you may be asking yourself, why aren't I showing you this? Well, effectively, I'm not showing you this simply because when I tried to scan this QR code, my phone won't let me. That's security, basically. It came back and said, look, we can't authenticate the security certificate for this QR code, so we're not going to let you scan it. I'm not going to go beyond that because this is the mobile phone I use. It's my Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, which I use for a lot of recording, and it's got all my banking details on. I'm not going to scan some QR code I don't know from a company I don't know know if it's saying it's got an invalid security code. I'm sure it's fine. Atoto are a huge company, but I'm not taking the risk. I'm sorry, that's up to you. I don't need ChatGPT in my car. It's an incredible way forward technologically. I get all that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to use my phone that I use for security, for banking and stuff like that on an application that I don't know about. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to get into that. This stereo system here does so much more than just that anyway. I don't really think it's that relevant for somebody like me. I'm sorry, I also forgot to put that little fascia on when I put the GPS antenna in, so if it looks a little bit crappy, I'm sorry. And here we are back in the home screen. The rest is pretty self-explanatory, as I said when we first set this up. There's your graphic equalizer. We can have a little look at that. You can obviously change your presets here, or you can customize it to your own liking. I really like that, especially if you've got a subwoofer and a really nice set of speakers. That's really, really nice. TPMS sensors as well. If you have got TPMS on your car, or if you fitted an aftermarket version, you can keep an eye on that with that, which is bloody useful. I use that a lot as well. YouTube, as you'd expect. Play Store. I'm not going to go into the Play Store aspects of things now with my account, because just for security, shall we say. System updates, I'm assuming there's probably, yeah, they say there's another version there. Again, we're not going to download that just yet, but we may well revisit this system once it's in the car 100%. Spotify, don't use it, not of any interest to me, but I'm sure some of you guys do. Now, when I say we're going to revisit this, it's possible I'm going to get a proper kind of fascia here that will make this sit in far better than it looks right now. And I cannot get the steering wheel controls to work either, because I don't have the connection for it. I did buy an ISO connector from Amazon. I'll put that in the description, a link for that. It's like 10 quid. That gets this up and running for its basic functions. And, you know, the only thing really missing is the steering wheel controls. If you don't have that, you don't need to worry about it. As you can see, everything else works fine. We've got our Wi-Fi sitting up here. But as I said, if you want to stick a SIM card in there, a cheap pay-as-you-go, so you can use the chat assistant GPT on the move, as it were, that will fit into there. And then obviously you've got your storage upgrade there. I assume that will probably be up to 128, maybe 256. I'll stick that in just up here. But that's how it looks in situ. That is the Atoto X10. We've done the unboxing. We've had a brief overview of how it looks, the interface, as it were. And basically, I've shown you how it fits in the Nissan Qashqai. This is a J10 model. I hope this has been of some interest to you guys. If you've got any questions at all, any advice, anything you think that I kind of skipped that you want to know more about, please put that in the comment section. I will respond, I promise. Thank you so much for watching. I know there are probably 1,000 of these videos out there, and for you to take the time to watch this, I really, really appreciate it. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing as well. We do a lot of reviews, diagnostic tools, motorcycle products, motorcycles and cars and camper vans, all sorts of stuff. Have a look through the back catalogue. But for On Budget Cars and Bikes, this has been the Atoto X10. I really like this, I gotta say. This is an incredible upgrade to an older car like this. Bearing in mind we're in a 13-year-old Nissan, and now we're in a 2024 Nissan because of the tech that we've just put in there as well. And it was simple, so simple. As you saw, we just took this fascia off. I bought a £10 ISO connector from Amazon, plugged it in the back, we're away. That's it, I could drive off now, and it took less than 5 minutes to fit this. Any questions? Again, in the comment section just down below. Please consider subscribing, give the video a like, a share, a thumbs up, all that good stuff. It really, really helps out smaller channels, and I would really appreciate it. But as I said, from Budget Cars and Bikes, that is it, the Atoto X10. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for watching again. Take care.